This is the November 2018 Artsnacks box, which I was actually pretty hesitant to open up, solely because last month's box, the October one, did not really go well for me. I was not a big fan of any of the supplies that were inside of the October box, honestly, and I really struggled with that one, so I was very nervous to see what this box had in store for me because last month did not really go that well in my opinion. So the first thing I pulled out of this box was the Liquitex acrylic wash, and I got mine in the color Deep Turquoise. This box also came with a Winsor & Newton brush. It was a round size 3, which I am not a big fan of small brushes, I've said before, and I will say a million times in the future, but I have that one to add to my other collection of small brushes I have received from Artsnacks. Also came with a Sakura Micro Perm Pen, which I had never heard of before. I believe they're the same thing as microns? I'm not really sure on that. And the final item in this box was the Cretacolor graphite pencil. So right off the bat, I wasn't super excited about this box, honestly. I don't like small brushes, I don't like graphite pencils, and I don't really like fine liners anymore either. I prefer brush pens or like colored pencils to line with now. So yeah, right off the bat, I was like, dang. Not really a big fan of anything here. The first thing I did was I swatched all of the products I got, and right off the bat, in opening that Liquitex acrylic wash stuff, just popping the seal, I got it all over my thumb, and I got it, some of it like splattered back up onto my paper, and so initially I just wiped off what was on my thumb onto a paper towel, but somewhere along the line that didn't really do the trick because it got all over my right hand, somehow it got all over my left hand, and then in the middle of sketching, I actually rubbed my face and looked down at my hand and realized, wait a second, that stuff is on my hand, and I went to the bathroom to check my face in the mirror, and it was all over my face too. So that was really cool. I've actually washed my hands about 2 times since touching that stuff, and it just stained my finger, it stained my fingernail, so that's great, that's exactly what I wanted, so beware, that stuff is dangerous. It gets everywhere, and it's very annoying. But I did like the color. I believe in the past I did get watercolors from Artsnacks in a very similar color, so that's really what it reminded me of. So, will I use it on my own again? Probably not. It was cool, but like, I really like watercolors because they're really easy cleanup and they're not super messy. And this is, I mean, it's not horrible cleanup or anything. It's not like it takes a while to clean up, but it's messy, and that's kind of a deal breaker for me because I don't really want a messy product. I'm not really into like acrylic painting or anything that makes a mess, so I was not a huge fan of it. However, it is really cool because you can create a lot of like dimensional effect with it. Because when I did my swatches, I actually had some very thick layers of paint there. I diluted it towards the end, but you can see it's very, very thick toward the left side of the swatch of this stuff. And it has texture to it, so that's kind of cool, I guess. And obviously you can water it down, so you can achieve quite a bit of shades with it. So that's cool at least. But yeah, I didn't really have anything in mind when I was going ahead and actually drawing and then painting this piece. I just kind of drew a girl because I like drawing girls, because girls are cute, so that's what I went ahead with and did for this. And again, I don't like graphite pencils, I don't like small brushes, I don't like fine liners, so I like what I actually ended up making, but I'm not really a big fan of any of the stuff that this Artsnacks box came with either. So I don't really see myself using any of these materials again in the future. And also, to put it into perspective, the Artsnacks little menu thing that includes descriptions of all of the products it came with, they do list the retail prices of all these products, and altogether this stuff is like just around $22, and I believe that's actually a couple dollars less than what the box costs. So at that point, you're kind of losing money. I mean, you literally are losing money. So I don't think that this box was personally worth it for me, which pains me to say because that's how the last one was too, but I just really wasn't a big fan of this box either. I guess it's very hit or miss when it comes to art subscription services, not just Artsnacks, all of them, like Scrawlrbox and all the other ones that I can't think of right now. But it's very hit or miss. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.